welcome to Y'all Gaming, the only show on the internet that asks, are y'all gaming? I'm Coney, and he's TK, and we've got a whole lot of Smash talk tonight. Woo! Smash Brothers. You love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm popping the retweet. You love it. I love it, and that's what we're talking about today. We got Genesis, which you already talked about last week, but I guess we'll recover. We got Pound, and we have Smash Money issues, which is always a fun talk. So let's get started. TK, how are you today?
Oh, I'm great. I'm home, first stream back. Decided, it'd be pretty fun to like play Smash for like an hour, just before I like actually get into whatever I want to do. So I'll probably start doing that for a bit.
I saw that Sora game.
It's fun. Yeah, that was like you won't make me mad enough where I won't just stand around. I'm a competitive player. Like you can do that, and I'll just stand on the platform like yes, nice. So. That was interesting, but other than that, I'm just good. Just glad to be back home finally.
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of traveling. I mean, you went from Genesis to Pound. I know you're not going to Low Tide, or at least not working it. Maybe you'll show up, but a lot of events one after another. It's crazy.
Wait, are you going?
What, to Low Tide?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. I was ready to say, hold on now. Okay. I'm not working it, but I mean, I live there, so it's like a 20-minute drive. Just pull up.
Sure, no, I'm not making out to that one, unfortunately. But a lot of events are coming up, but I think we're at the end of a spurt of one. And we got some stuff to talk about. So first up was Genesis. Was there anything else you wanted to cover? I thought we covered stuff pretty well last time.
I actually didn't even know that we talked about Genesis. I thought like that was, for some reason, I thought that was an episode that like we didn't do because we didn't have enough topics outside of that. But Genesis is great. If we didn't talk about it enough last time, great ending for both sides of things. I think the highlight of Genesis was definitely the Guild House. So big shouts to the Guild House.
Absolutely, and thank you for the jacket. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for the jacket. Appreciate it a lot. And yeah, it was just we went there pretty much every night. That was like a tournament night. Although the other nights we went to a karaoke spot, but like it was a good time. It was nice to see people I haven't seen in a while. And I think it was ran pretty well. There didn't seem to be any issues. Outside of like. This is just a BTS thing, but I think BTS always has like tech issues as far as like, because they do all the other stuff right, but like there's always something going on with the tech. The second stream looked infinitely better than the first stream for like every day, like just every day. There was a C920 on the first stream on like BTS 1 or BTS Smash, and then on BTS Smash 3 where Ultimate was being done. It was a C9 or it was like a real camera, like a A6400. So
all I'm saying is that melee setup looked mighty crispy. That's all I'm, that cam looked pretty good on their end, but maybe not.
Okay,
well,
well, on the first Smash stream for Ultimate, we was on a C920, bro. Very interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Absolutely, yeah. Well, I had a good time at the event. I feel like Smash was the least interesting part of it, at least for me personally. We talked about it before. It didn't feel quite as, I don't know, it didn't feel quite as grandiose as a lot of Genesis's have felt in the past. Lemon asks, is it just BTS VGBC be having some issues regularly? It's just production, man. There's so many things that can go wrong, and when things go right, you don't notice them. Because that's
I think VG has way less issues though. Like from working both tournaments or working both tournament series like multiple times, I think I've always had an issue with BTS when it comes to production outside of Summit, because Summit's their A team, right? And I've talked to them about this, and they're like, we outsource, and I was like, well, you might need to start vetting who you outsource, because some of these people have never ran a stream in their lives, and it shows. You know what I mean? Like, but for VG, there's definitely issues. There has been times there's been issues, but for the most part, like whenever I hop on any of their streams, I don't feel like I have to tell Brig what to do, or I have to tell Devin what to do, or anything like that. So,
yeah, it does feel like the VG. Like, especially Devin. I think Devin is the secret sauce here, because that he knows what he's doing. Devin is the guy that does the VG broadcast right now, by the way. He's House of 3000 Devin. VG white labels their broadcast. And yeah, Devin kills it. Dude's just mad talented. But yeah, I feel like there's always going to be some kind of tech issue at any event like this. It's just sort of how things operate, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, my issue isn't with it's a tech issue. It's the issue that it's a tech issue, and the person running the stream doesn't know how to fix it. Like
Sure.
that's weird to me. You know what I mean? Like, or you can't even like start to pinpoint it. So like, I'm starting to now throw ideas of what's going on, and then
You're the guy that's coming to them with ideas, and they're
yeah. I'm like, this is not, this is not how this is supposed to go. But regardless. The tournament still ran great. That was it was funny when I sat down on the main stream for the first time. I was like, why is there a C920 here? Like,
right. Was a little strange to see. I will give you that. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Second thing we wanted to talk about was Pound, which I did not have the chance to go to, but I did watch Gluttony actually coming out ahead, winning the whole thing, beating Leo. I did not think he would do that. I don't know.
Cool,
yeah, it was kind of shocking to watch. I mean, like, it was weird because I was watching the whole set, and I'm like, yeah, Leo wins these. Leo definitely wins. Leo wins. And, like, the whole time, Gluttony is getting close, and I'm just like, nah, Leo wins, and then Gluttony won. So, I don't know what it was. I was a hater, I guess.
Why, though? I feel like you like Wario.
Oh, I love Wario. I think I love Wario, but I feel like Wario can't do it. And I'm shocked that he beat Leo. I mean, Leo usually has his number. I also think Wario is mad flawed, but I think Gluttony just having that free stock, like he's really labbed out the WAF setups, and just getting a free stock is insane.
Okay. I don't know if you were listening during the commentary, but like when it was 2 stocks to 1, and I said both of them had their 1 stock away from winning.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, I didn't know it was going to be true like that. But yeah, as soon as he got him down to 1 stock, I was like, wait a minute. Like, full waft. Leo put himself in the corner. GG's.
Right.
So, yeah, it was interesting. I'm happy to see, Gluttony doing well. He's been doing well for quite some time, but he was never getting that top 1 spot. And, he had a pretty big victory over Spargo, I think, at Collision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or was that no, it was Genesis. And then he got that big win over Leo here. And so, he's putting France on the map. Tony Z tanks in shambles, as everyone's been saying. But you can't have the thing is though, like, there's still a level of like understanding of where he's coming from. You can't have one person carry a whole region. You know what I mean?
No.
You can't be like, oh, we're so strong because we have Gluttony, because like what else? Like you need to have like 2 or 3 people at the very least so you can kind of like divvy it up. It's really just Gluttony over there. And he's an amazing player for sure. But yeah, that's just one man out of France.
I love Tony Z Tank. I think he's hilarious. I mean, he's clearly with Europe, but Europe is I don't know. They don't like being messed with. So, and probably for good reason. A lot of people haven't taken them seriously for a long time, but yeah, he's definitely on their stuff. It's funny.
Remember that the r/place wasn't it France that got mad?
Dude. Oh yeah, France is serious, bro. Yeah, they're
angry all the
mad.
time.
I was trying to take the tower at one point when I was on our place. I was like, maybe I'll go take over the Eiffel Tower. Bad idea. Worst idea of my life. They just immediately put that joint back up, and then it found out who I was somehow and attacked me. So they got hitters. I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah, French are angry people.
Funny.
I've seen a lot of French like celebrities, mostly like online and internet celebrities talking about the Gluttony win. I mean, he was in the French press, which apparently is the largest like source of press or medium in that country, which is like, holy crap. That's nuts.
Dude, look, that's a Super Bowl win for them. Like after the Super Bowl, like there's rioting and stuff. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a parade for when he came back.
Yeah, ticker tape, people dancing in the streets.
Yeah, I mean, like it was definitely a big win. It's very hard to beat MK Leo. He did it, and he beat him 3-1 the first time, lost 3-1, and then beat him 3-2. So that was pretty. I mean, it was a pretty good set altogether, but. Understand how that France pride is taking off,
right?
Yeah, but overall, like outside of like Pound as a tournament was fun. Pound apparently had some background issues going on that like I feel like there's a lot of misinformation out there about the stuff. The one thing about the misgendering and stuff, apparently there was supposed to be a list and it was supposed to be like used and updated, and shown and all that good stuff. But apparently, like there was a glitch with that list or something. But the way that people, which I've seen a couple people say this, and I don't know if it's true or not, but like I wouldn't imagine it to be true. But they were saying that pronouns were vetoed from the top down. Like, but who does that help?
I don't know.
Like why would VG do that? Like I don't, it just doesn't seem like a real thing to me. Plus, I don't know how you would even get that information, because I feel like if that did happen, do you really think Gimmer would be like, yeah, so I'm just gonna come out and say I don't want to do that shit. Like,
yeah,
just I don't want to do that shit.
No, I felt like people got dogpiled a lot that weekend. I mean, like, obviously, it's not like I think it's a non-issue, but I did feel like people were kind of rampant with misinformation. You actually were at the stem of one of them. I mean, you got
it was fun.
You got blown up on Twitter for something. It's like, I don't know what happened. I don't know why everybody was going crazy.
You ain't see the clip, bro?
Oh, I saw the clip. No, you definitely went too far. Don't get me wrong. But, like, that requires, like, 10 quote tweets, not 200.
Did I, though?
Yes.
Come on, man.
No, you did. No, you did. You want to know why? Because he was like a 15-year-old at his first major.
How was I supposed to know that? You can't just tell it looking at him.
I know, you're right.
Look at the camera.
You're right, but
like,
that's
how
why
was I supposed to know?
You're right, but that's why you can't do it. I hear what you're saying. I agree, but that's why you can't do it, because you don't know. Like, you don't know if it's somebody's first. It's not trolling.
Listen, you know what? You know what the issue is? Is because I was ready for like super toxic Steve. Sure. That man was XX Steve XX, and you were going against Little Mac. I was ready for him to just be in the sky, right?
Yeah.
Like just be in the sky, like with 3 blocks or 3 bricks under him all the time. Like, yeah, why don't you try to come up here, Little Mac? Use your aerials, Little Mac. And then he didn't do anything.
No.
And I was like, well, now I'm upset. I was like, I'm just sad. Like,
no, it was funny. And don't get me wrong, this stuff, like, every caster has done this stuff, and to take somebody's like 1 minute out of context and post on Twitter for the world is whack as hell. Because, like, that happens to everybody.
It's funny though, because like none of the rest of those people went to go watch the rest of the set, because he actually popped off a little bit in the second round. And I was like, "There, let's go, Steve."
Yeah, you gave
him
some credit.
I was hyped for him, but he was. Yeah, you're not gonna get no credit for that first game, bro. I don't think I saw him blitz once. I don't think I saw him mine that much. I was just like, bro, this is. And it was like right after watching Jake play too, so like that just was. It was just a lot going against him. So I was like, yeah, this man don't play no Steve, bro. Come on.
Well,
man.
you even said that you talked it over with him and smoothed stuff out. And, like, it's like, again, yeah, should you have done it? No, I don't think so. But, like,
maybe not to that extent. I could have made a couple jokes about he don't play no Steve, but that was a terrible display.
Yeah, but you know that because you're a professional and you know what you're doing. And I feel like everybody jumped on it for hearts, which is kind of annoying. But they all
got reblasted, so it's great. Like, I lost like 20 followers, then I gained 200. So
okay, all right, there you go.
GG's, bro. Like, yeah, man, cancel me over 1 minute. Word, you tried it, and then I did top 8, and it was amazing, and now everybody was like, wow, But I definitely had to call a couple people out, because there was a random I didn't really call a lot of people out, but I called one person out. There was a random. Like, everybody else was like, oh, fuck him, whatever. Like, all right, sure, be mad, okay.
Yeah.
One person was like, this artist was like, oh, like, you guys want to take esports serious, but then you got to have
I saw that.
You're raising commentary like this and whatever. And then like him and this person went back and forth, and they were like, yeah, they're just bad at their job. And I was like, okay. I was like, all right, so you took 1 minute of the literal 11 years of commentary. You know nothing about me. Like, nothing about me. You've never probably even watched Smash. You took 1 minute of that 11 of the not even 11 years. Let's do 8 hours of commentary that I did at Glitch Pound in itself. And now you're trying to say I suck at my job. I was like, it would be like if I watched you do a 1 minute sketch and just believe that's how you that's you and art all the time. And I was like, wow, you're ass. They have deleted everything since, so get. But I was like, I'm okay with y'all being mad at me, but when you start lying, like, I'm gonna say something, Well, so there's
I think
PK said that. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna agree with you. What was PK saying?
Yeah. PK said that he saw some people making up false stories about interactions with me, and I was like, that's literally impossible. It's like, yeah, because I'm the nicest fucking dude. Like, even when I don't want to talk to you, I'll still give you the time of the day. Like, I've never ever turned down a picture, an autograph, a conversation, or anything like that, unless there was a headset on my head.
But even if you did, who cares? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't get it. is weird to me. I think people
want clicks.
People do too much, and I think people see the opportunity, and they like. Again, I don't disagree with the idea that, like, you know, it was too far, it shouldn't have happened, whatever. But like,
I mean, I said it myself. I was like, I definitely could have toned it down a little bit, but like, y'all not gonna sit here and act like this is just me.
Well, especially
like,
when you like, I don't think people realize when you talk for a living, you're gonna do that stuff. It's very hard to not be controversial all the time when you talk. You know, however long you stream, plus, you know, going to tournaments and do all this stuff, something's going to happen. And it's like...
I think also what's annoying is that you just can't be negative in general. Like, I remember there were sets where, like, someone was getting, like, absolutely bodied, and then they would be like, wow, the commentary is so biased. I have nothing to say about the other person because he's not doing anything.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like, what do you want me to say? Yeah, man, he's taking those hits pretty well. Like, I don't like, what do you want me to do? It's just, I don't know.
It's funny, I was talking about your whole thing because I was at the center of that a few years ago when Larry beat Mars at a Thunder event. And while I'm watching the set, I'm like, damn, Mars is playing terribly. Like, he keeps getting hit. Larry's playing well and he's capitalizing on it, but Mars is playing like crap. And everybody said I was biased for Mars and making excuses or whatever, but it's like, you have to call out what you see. I feel like the community just wants and it's different, like, areas of the community, right? It's different pockets. Like, some people want it to be unbiased all the time and just, you know, totally flavorless and kind of bland, and some people don't care and they want, you know, non-esports and cursing, and it's like, the answer is somewhere between the two extremes, you know? It's just, I don't get what makes people so mobile. Why not just, like, sit back and... just watch other people go join the fight. You know, not everybody needs to participate.
I think my big take on commentary is always those people who want like super hyper analytical commentary on Smash are just wrong. Like, there's not enough time. There's almost never enough time for that. And if you want super hyper analytical like stuff, then the people who want that or are good at that should just make videos like about that, like hyper analyzing top 8. So you get time to like pause and talk about, all right, so coming up next is like this, and this, you know. And the reason why MKLeo was able to lock him out like this because he controlled this much space and this much space and this much space.
Yeah.
Smash is not like, it's not scripted. So like, you never know, like, so like Light could do a crazy combo, right? And then you're like, all right, let me talk about this combo. And then whoever he's playing with can come back and immediately like down air him. And now you have to like, in the middle of me trying to talk about how crazy that combo was, he's dead. So, like, I can't just continue to talk about, like, what he's doing because now new stuff is happening and it's more, you know, pertinent or whatever. So, like, I've been trying to say that forever. It's like, and also, like, hyper-analytical commentary is going to go over the heads of most people because, like, when you have a stream of, like, 50K people watching, I would be hard-pressed to know if 10K of those people actually knew what they were, like, watching. You know what I mean? So like you're not commentating for those 100, 200 like actual hardcore smashers. You're commentating for the greater good or for the greater masses, so that they understand at the very least, okay, this person's winning and why, or this person's losing and why, and things like that. So, you know, but whatever, bro. We don't know that they take that as we don't know shit about the game because we decide not to like try to hyper analyze every jab. But you know, I'm where I'm at because I'm, you know, more marketable and have worked very hard. And you're where you're at because you aren't putting yourself out there, or you're not entertaining, or whatever the fuck people say about you and your commentary. You know, whoever is like always like, I should commentate because I'm hyper analytical. We've tried it, we've seen it. It's hard to do, and like be entertaining at the same time. I think the best version of that is probably Has.
Sure.
Yeah, I think he has a good speaking voice. He speaks fast and he can get his point across super quickly. But outside of that, like I think, and Charles too. But I think outside of that, like most people just don't have either the time, the flow, or some people just actually don't have the game knowledge. But you know, the time or the flow to do that.
Yeah. Well, regardless, we went off on a big tangent about commentary. Was there anything else about Pound? I mean, Sean went crazy.
It was just that. It was just that. Well, it was my thing, and it was the, you know, the VG's transphobic. Not really, but like that's what people are saying. But was there other drama?
Not drama. I mean, Sean went crazy. He got into top 8.
Sean did go crazy. Well,
big ups.
Sean went crazy Intel top 8 because whew,
Dude,
that was not a good match.
I was restreaming it and I was doing, channel points betting, and I was like, all right, who do you guys think wins? 70% said Sean. I was like, you guys are so stupid. Like, you really thought, like, Zomba is the cheese lord. He will not be cheesed. He takes stocks at 40 off some cringe side B stuff. You really think a Falcon is going to phase him? Falcon, who has the easiest trajectory to hit in the game? No, that was nonsense. I mean, Sean's good, but, like, come on, man. That was crazy.
He would have to play, no. And on top of that, like, Zomba, not only is he a cheese lord, but, like, just when he catches onto a pattern, like, he harps on that so hard.
Right.
Like, you see how many times where most Robs will probably go for their bread and butter down throw, forward air, or whatever, right? But if he's like near the edge, he's going to forward throw or back throw you off, and then immediately read your next option because you're gonna jump. Oh, you're not jumping, so I'm gonna throw this this gyro. Oh, you jumped. Here's a laser.
Right.
Like he's just really good at that. So I was like, I don't know, man. It would have been nice to see Sean at least take a game, but
right.
Yeah, well, he got in that top 8 and was immediately exited stage left.
Lemon says that Sean has actually beaten Zomba before, but Zomba just turned up. I think Zomba gets better the bigger the event is. I've heard Zomba like getting 17th at locals and stuff. He's one of those kids that like turns up the bigger the thing is. But, again, this is not disrespecting Sean at all, but Zomba's like, whew.
He made top 8. You can't disrespect him at all.
No, he beat Cosmos.
Jackal, he beat Cosmos. Jackal beat Zomba, so that was good. Did Jackal make top 8?
He did not, no.
Okay. All right,
well, I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he didn't. Did he? Yeah. No, right?
I don't think so. I'd have to look. A pound.
Yeah, now I'm looking it up.
2022 top 8 players.
Oh no, he did. Yeah, because he got winners set. Oh wait, no, that's Squad Strike. That's why I got mixed up. I
lost
see.
to Sonics for top 8. Okay, he lost.
Right,
to Sonics.
He lost to Light and winners. He got Squad Strike.
Okay.
He got far in that. That's what I got mixed up. Yeah.
Big shout outs to Riddles though, winning Squad Strike. Forgot that.
Sure.
Also showing the true brokenness of Kazuya. I know everyone was ban Steve, and I don't think Kazuya needs to be banned, but it is always funny watching Riddles zero def someone. So
very funny to watch as long as it's not happening to you. Yeah. So
I don't play him in brackets. So.
No. Last thing we were going to talk about was financial issues in Smash, and honestly, I don't know if we have the time for this because this is a deep cut. This is a long topic.
To TLDR, it boils down to like we still don't have developer support. That's understandable. But also like Smash is not as marketable as people think it is. Like when it comes to being able to like use that person and like use them for other things. So like most of our top players are pretty like introverted in the first place. So it's not like we have these big personalities in the first place, right? But you can't sell peripherals. Like that's like a big thing that you can do in PC games. Like Apex gamers like, oh man, like they win. Well, what made you win? Well, honestly, man, it's just my new HyperX keyboard. It's got, you know what I mean? Like people are gonna be like, word, I'll play better if I get this HyperX keyboard. You literally can't do that with a GameCube controller because the only thing you can really sell is maybe mods. And so only one person is going to benefit from that, and it's the modder, which is like great for them. I'm still think that's good for them. But like for the greater good, the public or like trying to sell other things, the only thing Smashers can really sell is like merch, and that's like it. That's like literally it. So
there's not.
And I mean
much
clothing.
else.
Yeah, like clothing. You might be able to get away with a headset sponsorship because I always see Cosmos with his HyperX headsets. I'm always with the HyperX headset. So, but as far as like selling mouse and keyboards and maybe hitboxes, you could sell those as well. But for the most part, like it's just clothing. So.
I also feel like people have this idea that viewership automatically means money, and it doesn't. Like 60,000 people watching is great, but like where's the money there? The money only happens if you had advertisers or you have people to advertise, right? If you do have HyperX sponsoring the event, or if you do have Geico or whoever else, if you don't have sponsors, like that money or those people don't get advertised to, which means the money doesn't come in. It's like, I think people have this misunderstanding of how the ecosystem works. And they also think that like, I don't know, I'm in a weird spot because I do think that it's like totally reasonable to up the entry fee. I mean, this all started because Meister tweeted about upping entry fee for tournaments to $20. Not venue fee, just entry.
I think for the for like nationals for sure.
Majors
like
only.
Yeah,
not
like,
locals,
I think
obviously.
Yeah, not locals, not just majors and stuff. Because like you're getting a big experience. Anything that you have to spend more than one day at, I think is like worth at least visiting. But if you're going to spend 3 days there, definitely think that $20 is not out the realm of like reasonable price.
Well, if you're already paying for travel and like food is kind of expensive, $10 for 3 days is like, come on, man. You know, I don't think it's worth that much. But you know, some people have the question of like, okay, but why are top players entitled to making that money in the first place? Or why should top players expect to make a living playing this game when I just play it for fun? And I guess I can understand that thought because it's something that, you know, what are you in the game for? Are you in it to make a living, to have it be your job, or are you just trying to be a part of the community? And that's really been at the crossroads of what Smash is about in particular. Because it is such an accessible game.
Yeah, but I mean, what the other thing is, I feel like you need to like do more than just play. Like that's why we're all like me, you know, E are like all successful in our own rights because like not only do we like commentate and get paid for that, but we still have our own other avenues of money and whatever.
Sure.
If I was just commentating, I'd be struggling, like straight up, like it especially when quarantine hit, because you know we weren't really doing that much over the first like year-ish of quarantine. It wasn't until like probably like the later half of the quarantine that I actually started doing more online stuff. But yeah, like you need to have like something else going. I think a lot of top players don't want to stream, they don't want to become personalities, they just want to like be rewarded for being good at this game. And you are rewarded, but if it's a broke esports and like trying to like using the argument that like, oh, like you other tournament goers should pay me more, basically is what they were saying, is like it's dumb. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's not a good argument. Like there's no one benefiting that except for you, you know, who is possibly placing top 8. And so just asking for an extra $10 with no other incentive to like get that $10 other than, hey, you should pay me more, is probably the dumbest argument I've seen on Twitter altogether.
There's always the push and pull of like, there are players who want to make a living just being the best player in the world or just being good at the game. And it's just not a thing here in Smash, and it never really has been. You have to have other avenues, and you use the top 8 exposure or, you know, the prestige that you have as a player to leverage into other areas. And it's always kind of been that way, but you've always got players that buck against that hate the content trend, that hate the idea that, like, you have to do more than that. And I understand it, but also, like, what are you gonna do about it, right? Like, like it's the way the world is, and it's kind of dumb to play a game for 15 years or 10 years in some Melee player's case and be like, man, I've been playing this game for 10 years and I've been at the top and I'm not getting paid for it. It's like, yeah, and you did that for 10 years. Like, what do you what do you do?
You didn't do anything else. I mean, like, you think about like the celebrities and like NBA players, NFL players, you know most of them because they're doing more than just playing. Like some of the charities, they're like in commercials, they got a shoe, they got like clothing deals and things like that. You need to diversify. You can't just be good and then hope that like you're just going to make a bunch of money from it. But also, I think you're just kind of leaving money on the table if you're good and you get this much spotlight and you're not doing anything else with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's on you now. Like, if you show up in every top 8, you're placing top 3 and everything, and you're not using that to roll that into some other, some other thing, be it TikToks, streaming for a bit. I mean, we started streaming like well before we were like anything. We just wanted to stream. But like some of the other players like did kind of hop on that train when they started showing up everywhere. Nairo's stream got super big, but when he first started, he wasn't like, he wasn't really trying. And then like he got pretty big. Mango's stream, his first year sucked. Mango was a terrible streamer. and then like he started to become more personable. He started to have a bigger brand. People started flocking to Mango because he was like the guy for Melee. And then he started to like take stream more seriously. And now look at him. Like, he didn't even need to like go to tournaments anymore. So
And this is a bigger issue than just players too, which is why I said this would take forever. TOs are hurting too. Because I remember like SmashCon, they put out their prices, and I think their venue fee was like $80, $90, and it's like 4 days, at this event, and people are like, oh, $80. Oh, it's like, that's $80 for 4 days, all day at the event. Are you kidding me? $20 for a day for all that? And it's like, I feel like
they're gonna pay that in one night of BBQ.
Yeah, that's the I don't know. I feel like Smash is at this really weird spot where it is such an accessible game, and it's designed to be as such. It's supposed to be open to everybody, and so everybody feels entitled to be part of it, which they should. You know, I feel like everybody should be a part of the community, but like, especially for the people putting on these events who are going in the red most of the time and getting debt. And then they try to up it just to break even, and people complain. I feel bad for TOs. I don't get it.
And in the ideal world, everybody should be getting paid for what their service is, and it's just hard to do that with Smash because we just do not have the money there. You can't force people to give you more money. It's just what it is. What it is. Like you fell in love with this broke ass game. We're in the same boat, man. Like I know what other casters make for doing like a fraction of the work that we do, and they're making like way more than us. Some people will like literally commentate one heat like throughout an entire tournament, and they will make way more than we'll make for doing 3 days of commentary. So it's just where you are. If you want to make more money, then get good at another game, because we are pretty much like, we're kind of locked on how to get this money. I know that there's been other times where I've heard that like Red Bull tried to kind of get in, but then like Nintendo was kind of like, doing the Nintendo thing. Obviously this Panda thing could be good, but the Smash World Tour has a big like pot bonus as well. But like, you're not going to get that on every tournament, not in Smash.
No, I think your best bet is just, if you are going to be a winner, if your point is just to win no matter what, then you have to win so much that you get on a good team. And I think that's where the people like sort of lose it, is people are like, well, I've made top 8 at the last 5 tournaments. I got, 4th, 7th, 3rd, 5th. And it's like, yeah, but like, that's not winning, right? Like, Leo can focus on playing because Leo is good enough to do that. Does that make sense? Like, Leo wins or gets second at everything. So Leo can be a personality, but Leo doesn't have to. Leo can get T1 because he wins. Spargo can get FaZe Clan because he wins. You don't get the tier 1 sponsors unless you only win. You could get tier 2 sponsors if you want to be a content person, but like,
I'm still thinking about this. Spargo is about to show up, and like, as soon as he turns 21, man, first video is gonna be, yeah, we're drinking with FaZe, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Maybe. I have a feeling Spargo's gonna like really come out of his shell eventually. He's very young, English is his second language. It's got to be really hard for him to be in the public eye, but I hope that he can like, yeah.
He's still got to be the coolest kid at school, though. There's no way.
Oh, sure. And he's he's a fine kid, I'm not trying to come at him or anything. So
no, not at all. He's just shy. But like, I wanna say like, I just imagine him walking into the school right after that FaZe announcement, and like, oh, everyone,
people,
everyone. I don't know, those kids know what FaZe is, so it's got to be he's got to be the king of his school right now. So
yeah, absolutely.
Bottom line though, we're just kind of broke. We're kind of broke. There's ways that we could try to fix that. I know people have been looking into ways that we can try to fix that, but it's not going to be. We're never going to be like Overwatch League. We're never going to be like League or anything like that. But what this community has more than money is a lot of passion for sure. Mm-hmm. So,
what's crazy to me is I remember a thread, and I'll never forget this thread. There was a thread on the Smash subreddit that was like, top players need to be paid more for their effort, and it was something like, the best player in the world can't make a living from this. They only made $30,000 a year for the past 5 years, but they're the best player in the world. We need to do something. It's like, all right, who's going to do something? Well, someone needs to. Who? Who's going to do that? Who's going to... Oh, well, it shouldn't be this way. Why not? He should be paid more. By who? Like, everybody has this idea, and it's this idea in people's head, like, you could be the best in the world at something. That doesn't mean that you make money off of it. It's a different world, and I'm not saying that it shouldn't be the case, but, like, you know, obviously being talented at Smash is great, and you do provide entertainment, but entertainers are very replaceable. You and I as casters could be gone in a week, and like people would be sad about it, but like whatever. I think people have this idea, this notion that this time in their lives and these people are more valuable than they are. I don't want to sound rude, but you know, it's like I don't get where this idea that people are entitled to something. You know what I mean?
I think that's definitely more of a Smash thing that I've seen in other esports. Where like being good at Smash, these people are like feel like they are just like better humans, basically. And like that is a good skill to have. It is a hard skill for people to be good at this game, right? But like, what about your life skills? Like, you know, like, can you iron a shirt? Can you tie a tie? You know what I mean? Like, do you know you're supposed to separate your colors from your whites? Like, let's talk about that stuff.
Right,
you know what I mean? So,
I don't do that, by the way. I don't do that, and that's why you see these stains right here? This is not from right now. This is actually just stuck on the shirt because I don't do that. I need Panda to send me a new shirt. It's gross. So I do not have that life skill. So I get it.
No, that's just something I've always like, look, man, if I like end up being like just quitting Smash for whatever reason, like I can still go out and do something else.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like I still have other life skills. I had jobs before this. You know, I'm a full-fledged adult. Like we can do that. But I worry about some of these people sometimes. Like I worry about like what Mewtwo King would do, you know, if like Smash just decided or Nintendo just decided we're shutting down all tournaments forever, right?
Sure.
I think about that stuff all the time. So, but you know, that's if you're good at this game, then you should be treated well in the community, but that doesn't transfer to like outside of like when you walk out that tournament, you're literally back to being nothing to most people. Like that's exactly how I feel about like, oh yes, I'm at top of commentary. Great. Like some people will recognize me in like a public setting, but for the most part, I don't walk in to like somewhere and they're like, I don't expect to just be like treated like a king. I don't like walk into, oh, do you not know who I am? Like that never happens. Like that's just not a thing. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's a strange thing, but I don't know. I think it's because Smashers generally train younger, the community, and there's this idealism that comes with like young adulthood that unfortunately just you sort of have to abandon as you get older. But you know,
celebrity is kind of rampant in this community, so.
Yeah,
people are still like shy to speak to me, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, there's still so much idolatry and like celebrity worship. Is like, dude, these are normal people. A lot of them aren't even normal people. Like, they're just guys. You know what I mean? Like
this the guy you look up to, man. Go look at his room. Like,
oh, dude,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you should see behind me.
I
right
the same
now,
thing. Oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh, it doesn't look that bad.
No, it's not. I'm clean. Well, hold on. It's been like this for a long time because I've cleaned the outside and then I throw everything on the beanbag and then I put it away, except I haven't put it away. So that's been on my beanbag for like a month now. So I'll clean it right now, right after this. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. So what is your bottom line TLDR for this? Oh
my God. It's just the same thing year after year. This is always the talk. I mean, bottom line for me, $20 for majors, absolutely. No brainer, no question, especially with inflation and stuff. I mean, like, that's fine. Not for locals. Top players who think they should be paid more for being good at the game, introspect. Think about why you think that. What skills and value do you hold as a good player of a game that another good player of a game does not? Ponder on that for a while, and how do you monetize it?
Yeah, my TLDR is y'all need to diversify your sources of income. You know, go play your tournaments, get your recognition for being a top player, turn that into something else. Metafy is right there, streaming is right there. You know, there's
I didn't even think of Metafy. That's huge.
Yeah, there's ways for you to make more money. You know, than just playing the game. Because I mean, look. It has already been proven that just playing this game will not get you enough. Like back, you know, in Zero's reign, I think he put his numbers out of after winning almost every tournament in a row, like for 53 tournaments in a row, and then only like coming in second for a couple. He put his numbers out, and they were still like almost under minimum wage. So like, just you need to do more. And like now, look at them. They're sitting pretty. He had his whole like YouTube and Twitch going well. Naira's doing the same thing when he had his whole YouTube and Twitch going well. So like, they're still top players, and they can still make money from tournaments, but they also were getting money from like other avenues, so they didn't have to complain about only getting $800 for winning or getting second or third or whatever, which is also just a side note. That is an insane thing for Xbox to complain about. You're like half a millionaire, bro. Shut the fuck up.
About not half, not even half. I have no doubts he's a millionaire. No doubt.
Like of all the people to start this up, it should not be you. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear you complaining about not getting enough money. Like, that's
yeah. No, I don't know why he that was a little strange. He's worth $1 million according to Google.
Look at that.
I mean, no, dude's definitely a millionaire because he's got stock in Liquid. He's got the stream, he's got YouTube, like he's up there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So
oh, and the last thing before we get out of here was the last other big tweet that I saw was the Meister tweet about y'all will pay $8, but you won't put another 10 into the pot. That probably was like the worst wording. I think I kind of get what he's coming at. Like an $8 glizzy is like kind of like that's a lot for a hot dog for sure. But like it's going to boil down to basically people are going to read that as you would rather eat than give me more money, and that just doesn't. That's not going to go well. That's like
yeah. I feel like top players need to like pump the brakes a little bit when it sounds so out of touch where it's like. I get that you have your own tournament experience, but what about me as someone who's already making money from tournaments? I want more. Well, come on. A lot of these people go 0-2 and just try to support because they love going to tournaments. That's a little, So
maybe not the best way. I definitely understand what you're
not good optics.
To say. I see what you're trying to say. That like there's a lot of luxury things that you're already doing, so another $10 shouldn't be that big of an issue. But I wouldn't have said you would rather buy a glizzy than pay me $10 extra. Like, just you could have been like, y'all already do a bunch of extravagant stuff. Like, I feel like an extra $10 won't be, again, Smashers, KBBQ. That's like half their budget right there. You guys will go to a tournament, be mad about paying $20, but then buy an $80 controller to go. Do $80 or $100 worth of mods on your controller to go 0-2 anyway. So, I get it. You just said it in the wrong way.
Yeah. So. Yeah. What can you do? All right, guys, that's going to do it for Y'all Gaming. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Sure, we'll have some actual games to talk about. I got some games I'm going to be playing tonight, so I'll be able to discuss them.
You playing some games?
Oh, I'm actually playing some games.
Okay.
I got some stuff. But of course I got to talk about the incident first. I mean, that's what everybody. The incident, bro. We didn't talk about it here.
Yeah,
we don't have to talk about it here.
Let's give it an extra minute. Let's give it an extra minute, okay? Just one extra minute. So
I'm keeping quiet. You talk about it.
Listen, EE got caught, okay, and he apologized and whatever. And at first, like, listen, we already kind of felt that he wasn't like he was cheating on the first round, but I was like, whatever. Like, people cheat on Schooled all the time. Literally, people cheat on Schooled all the time. I'm sure even in his first round, someone else was probably cheating as well. To cheat for 50K, the metrics will never look good for you. It will it will literally never look good for you. So, I mean, the video he put out, I understand where he was coming from. It's nice for him to own up to his mistakes and stuff, but you kind of like angered the like a really big beast, like a really big beehive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm staying silent on this right now. You guys will
soft.
Now you guys can hear my thoughts on my stream tonight, twitch.tv/Coney, 8:00 Eastern time. Hope to see you guys there. But thank you guys for tuning in for Y'all Gaming. I'll see you next week. Now, hey, I'm not soft. I'll tell all tonight. Don't worry.
No, bro, he's soft, bro. Anyway,
all right. You talked about monetizing. That's what I'm doing. I'm sub-goaling it. I'm not talking about this until I hit 5K subs. I'm telling you. All right. We'll see you guys next time on Y'all Gaming. What?
I am streaming, so come through.
Oh, yeah. Go back to TK's stream right now. Yeah, go over there. Okay. All right. We'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.